Here we go. Power hour. I got everybody. All right. Let's talk. We're gonna play around here a little bit on objections. So because an objection could come from Joe's not here today. She gave me this cool game. Exactly what to role play. We make money by what we say. You got that, Valentine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we make money by what we say. That's how you're gonna make money. How well do I talk about what I'm doing? Who am I talking to? How often am I talking to people? Game over, okay? Simple, not easy, okay? All right, so the reason why we role play is to have better conversations. Because Fierce Conversations, have you read that book? Fierce Conversations? Susan something, I got it from Maps, Fierce Conversations. The conversation is the relationship, right? Because everybody comes in and they're like, I want to help people, right? Right? And so, and real estate's about relationships. Everybody hears that, okay? And so what is the relationship? Well, the conversation is the relationship. How often do you talk to people? How good are your conversations? And so with real estate, we make money by what we say. And so conversations are the crux. They're the cornerstone. They're the keystone of your ability to have better relationships. Okay, so that's why we role play. Okay, is to have better conversations. And I thought this was interesting. I'm gonna try to concoct. I'm gonna publish the playbook this year, and I'm gonna concoct some sort of game like this because I wish Joe was here, because this is like a game on role playing. Because what we could do is role play any different scenario: buyers, sellers, prospecting, presenting, seller client experiences, like we're in the negotiation process, we're dealing with a home warranty, we're dealing with some sort of problem in the transaction, we're having a conversation agent to agent. Those conversations can be difficult and complicated and challenging and could win or lose a deal. No or yes? Okay, and so the conversation is literally everything that we do to be able to go to the next level and move forward with what we're doing. Okay, so let me just lay out the structure of what we're gonna role play, and then this will be participatory, meaning I won't mandate that you play, Gail, right? So you can just hang there in the corner and see what's going on. Okay, but I'm gonna give you some basics here and then a couple of tools, and then we're gonna freestyle. Because I love scripts, I'm the script master, because scripts, Valentine, are a way for me to just format the conversation and have a GPS on, like, okay, I'm at an open house, how do I start that conversation? I'm at the open house, they're wandering around, how do I engage them? I'm at the open house, they're gonna leave, what do I say? Raid, right? And so I need a strategy on these conversations, and the scripts just give me a way to be able to format that and have a GPS for it. But you can't and this is the problem that people have with scripts, is that it's so formatted. You think you got to be the script when the script just provides you direction. Okay, so it ain't about the scripts. It's just knowing that there's a format for the conversation, and then you can be you, which is saying different words, saying different things. Awesome. But when you're brand new and you're like, what do I say? That's why you want to see scripts, okay? All right, but we're gonna freestyle today to be a little bit looser with the strategy and the direction of the conversation. I just want you guys to know if you want to get better and make more money, your ability to be stronger and more confident and more effective, Jake, in your conversation will be directly rooted in how much you practice. The problem is, Jake, is that a lot of people are floating through real estate, 2, 3, they get in that no man's land, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, like the 2 to 5 year period, and they may have some success, and then they just kind of wander there because they haven't been intentional with their strategy, talking to people. How do I create those conversations? That's another class, right? How do I create those conversations? And then how do I be more effective in those conversations at the open house, at the presentation, when I'm talking to somebody at a barbecue, when somebody gives me some indication that they want to buy or sell real estate. And so these conversations are around you all day long, and they're just going right by you. You are or are not recognizing that fact. Yeah, Jen's like, yes, I am recognizing that. That's why I'm here, right? Valentine, you're like, I don't know, what's going on? Okay, you're in the right place, all right? Okay, so I just want to just hammer that down because to get better at this is to be able to use formats and structures so that you can freestyle. Who's ever played sports before or attempted to? Okay. Okay, in any organized sport that you've played, even in Little League, like it's the fundamentals, right? It's the fundamentals. It's your ability to get down those fundamentals, which is why role play with formats are important so that you can get creative when the ball comes your way and you can do something fancy and cool or different. But without those fundamentals, you're just kind of wandering all over the place, and the problem is that we don't get paid by the hour. That's a problem, Raid. Okay, let's go. Objections. Repeat, approve, move. Where am I going to go? All right, let's talk about that. All right, what am I repeating, Kim?
You're repeating the objection.
Yeah. Verbatim or paraphrase. This is almost like an echo. Okay, it's an echo. Okay, it's an echo. How do you echo it? How do you echo it? Verbatim or paraphrase. Who cares? Whatever. Echo them, JC, right? Because people want to feel heard. Okay? People want to feel that you're listening to them, right? And so people feeling heard and seen, heard, okay, is a way for me to be able to repeat what they've said. Okay, approve. How am I approving? Good, great, fantastic, wonderful. Validation. Yep. That's good. Thank you. Validate. Okay? Validate. But not everything's good, great, fantastic, or wonderful. Right? Listen, my cat just died. Great!
Need a smaller house.
Right. Okay, so not everything's great. So what are the other words besides good, great, fantastic, wonderful? Kim?
I understand.
I understand. Jake?
Thanks for sharing.
Huh?
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks for sharing. I hear you. I respect that. I might feel the same way if I were you. I use that one all the time because I might. If I didn't know what they know or I were in their position, like, hey, I respect that. I understand. I might feel the same way if I were you. Now look, here is seen and heard. Here is acceptance. And that's the number one thing, gal. Like, we all want to be accepted. All right? And so we're all looking for love in all the wrong places. Okay, so heard, seen, heard, accepted. All right, now we're going to move. Where are we going to move? A question. Okay? This is a basic format for you to be able to deal with an objection. Any objection. I got lots of them right here that we're going to play with in a minute. Okay? All right, now here's what I want you guys to do for the freestyle portion of this game. You could give them, there's lots of different ways you can move as far as what kind of questions you ask. I mean, they could be basic questions, Raid, like how do you feel about that? Or what do you mean? Or when would you move forward? It could be any question, really. It could be any question. But when I want to control when I'm dealing with an objection is to direct the conversation. And these are two things, two categories. I could try to stay in the game. I could provide perspective changers. Okay, so here's what it would sound like. I'm not sure. I don't want to wait till spring. Oh, you don't want to wait till spring? I can appreciate that because spring's a busy time. Now, if I can share with you something about how what kind of money you could make right now and what that would look like, would you be willing to give me 15 minutes to just sit down and talk about it? You want to wait until the springtime? I understand that. What makes you say that the springtime's a better time to sell? Now, I might know the answers, but look, I'm looking for an exchange here to understand their beliefs, their thoughts, their concerns, their feelings, okay? Because some of you guys the problem with objection handling is why you're so bad at it is because like you just start like trying to like tackle the objection and overcome it. Rule number one, you remember what rule number one is for me? Get to know the people. That's rule number one for me. Get to know the people. Because look, if I get to know the people, then I can know follow up, appointment, trash. I'm fine with any of them, but I want the truth. I want the truth. I don't want the appointment. I want the truth. Because the appointment might be worthless. Are you with me? No or yes? Yes. Okay? All right? The appointment might not be worth anything. Get to know the people and explore their thoughts and their feelings. Okay, you want to wait until the springtime? I totally understand. So help me understand more about springtime. Okay, so you want to wait till spring? I totally understand that. So before you make up your mind, tell me more about, why you think spring might be more important. You want to wait till spring? I totally appreciate that. Would it help if you had more information on comparing what time of year is the best time to sell? I wouldn't say that. I would say, would it help? Would it help if we had a conversation on timing and when the best time for you might be? Because when's the best time for them to sell?
Whenever they need you.
I don't know. But you know what I do know? I'll work this into a training later because I was watching some really good stuff on the psychology of selling, which is people want certainty. That's the biggest thing. Media does a really good job of this on feeding on uncertainty, right? And so when I can provide certainty, Kim, and I go, hey, look, what I'm certain about this is that when we sit down, you'll have clarity on when the best time is to move for you. I promise you'll get clarity on that. And then look, you're just going to figure out what you're going to do from there. Let's just have a conversation Monday or Tuesday at 2. Okay, would it help if we got a little bit more clarity on when the best time for you to sell actually might be? When in the spring or spring versus summer? I mean, if you had certainty around that, would sitting down to talk about it be unreasonable? No? Okay. Perspective changers. You want to wait till spring? I appreciate that. What do you understand about why spring is the best time of the year to move? You want to wait till spring? I appreciate that. How would you feel if you had some more information on when exactly in the spring is going to be the best time for you to sell? Come on. Unless you're an a-hole, you ain't going to say no to that. You're motivated. We had a good conversation, Valentine. You're going to say, I'd be open to that. Okay? You're going to wait till the spring. I appreciate that. What are your thoughts if you had more information around what month or even day is going to be the best time for you to go to market in the spring? What's your experience on why spring is the best time to sell? Because, by the way, when you start challenging some of these beliefs, all of a sudden you start getting uncertainty or ignorance in some of this stuff they're saying. And now you start breaking down what seems like a steadfast position, like they're real strong in what they're saying. And then all of a sudden you ask a few more questions and you're like, oh, okay, well, hey, and then you provide value for the appointment to just talk, Valentine, because I'm trying not to sell the decision, I'm trying to sell the conversation. You with me? Yes. Don't sell the decision, sell the conversation.
Well, and also, this spring thing, right? It could be that their kids are in school, right? And they can't move until graduation. Mm-hmm. Or they think they can't move till graduation, right? So I think just assuming that it has to do with price is mistake number one, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Could be the kids need to graduate.
Maybe their job is relocating them in the spring.
Yeah, they think that they have to wait for that. Maybe they don't. Maybe they do. We need to sit down and talk about it. Let's talk a little bit more about it. When was the last time you talked to somebody about when the best time is to sell a property? When was the last time you talked to somebody about when the best time is to sell a property? How important is it to sell specifically in the spring? So just imagine we had a conversation and we're talking about the best time of year to sell. Just imagine if you were to have some more information that gave you certainty on when exactly would be the best time to sell so you could put the most money in your pocket. When would be, just imagine we had a conversation and you got more inside market information to figure out on what timing would make sense for you. Pricing, timing, convenience, timing. Okay, just imagine. All right, how certain are you that, I feel like I did that one already. Do you understand how you feel? What are your thoughts? No, I guess not. How certain are you that springtime is the best time? Okay. Good? All right? Okay. Here we're going to repeat, approve, and then we're going to pick one and we're going to freestyle. Okay? If you're a rookie, you're probably going to be listening. This is still going to be a very good experience for you because you're going to hear how some people who are in this room who are experienced and successful real estate agents who are able to use their experience to be able to be more versatile in the conversation to create better conversation. Okay, here we go. The objection would be, I've never done this before, so we're gonna, I feel very, I lived in Vegas 18 years, so. All
right.
Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, this other realtor sold more homes in the area, or you haven't sold any homes in the area. Okay, so the objection would be, well, I'm really looking for an agent who lives or specializes in the neighborhood. Sold in the area. Now I'm looking for somebody who's sold in the community, who's sold in the area. Okay, I'm looking for somebody who's sold in the neighborhood. All right, if you're playing, stand up. Okay? If you're not, you're a sissy. No, I'm just kidding. Angie's like, what's so a lot different than Ignite? It's a lot different than Ignite. Okay. Okay. All right. So what I'm really looking for, Kim, is someone who can who's sold in the neighborhood before is a preference that I'm thinking I have.
Okay, so you're looking for someone with experience selling specifically in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And I can understand that because you have seen their sign in the yard and you just you want somebody who knows this neighborhood the best.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, great. And before you make up your mind, would it help if we sat down and talked about my brokerage and the experience that selling in this neighborhood we have at our fingertips in this neighborhood?
Okay, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Hold on one second. I need my toys. Okay. If I do this, it's hype. If I do that, it's the gong. No, JC's like, don't make me dong them. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm just kidding. All right. What I'm really looking for is somebody who's sold in the area before. Jake?
I can understand what you're saying about someone selling a lot of volume in a given area.
Uh-huh.
That's a consideration I would probably make too.
Okay. All right, use one of them.
Help me understand what high sales volume is a value to you.
Well, if somebody's sold in the neighborhood before, then I know that they're working with bringing in buyers, and so they know the neighborhood. They got people that they might be bringing in.
In your experience, do you think that someone selling more of something's providing a better quality service necessarily?
Maybe.
Would it help you? How certain are you that what I offer is not comparable to what they're offering?
Well, I don't know.
In terms of maximizing
Yeah.
the value we can get for your house and providing a service that leaves you with a happier result.
Yeah, I don't know. Close me.
How about we take some time to let me take a moment to explain further about how I get the most from my customers and how I compare against that agent that you're seeing in that market, in this specific market.
Okay, so almost. Good job though. I like it. That was good. Hey, on the spot, bro. That was good. We're closing for the appointment to go to the appointment. Okay, so hey, let me set a time. What works better for you? Because when I'm setting appointments, let's do it. Assumptive close. What's that mean? Assumptive close.
So, assuming you're going to close them, like, can we meet at 2 or 4?
2 or 4, Wednesday or Friday, weekdays or weekends. Strong to close. Okay, people don't follow weak people, Raid. They follow strong people. Okay, Haisha, assumptive closing. Tuesday at 4, Wednesday at 6. Weekends or weekdays. Beginning of the week, later in the week. Afternoons or evenings. Give them an option, but like, lead them. Lead them. Okay.
You got A or B choice, not C.
Right. Exactly. Okay. I want an agent who's sold in the area before. Catherine.
Oh, okay. So you're looking for an agent that's sold in the area before.
Yep.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Just because you've seen their signs and you may have a belief that they are probably the best agent. Before you make up your mind, would you take the time to sit down with me and let me show you the value that I can bring to my customers and that I am a top 50 agent in the Austin area, and so I specialize and blah, blah, blah. Let's see what else.
Are you okay, Catherine?
Really not.
Okay. All right. You want to go? You want to give it a shot? You want to listen? You're standing.
Do better than mom.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right, Courtney. Courtney, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I know your name. Objections. Look, I want somebody who's sold in the neighborhood.
I understand that. I would probably be in the same boat. However, I actually have sold a few homes in the neighborhood. You may have not seen my signs in the yard, but I think before you make up your mind, it would help if maybe we could sit down together and I could go over what I have to offer. Would that work? Would tomorrow at 2 or 4 work?
Okay, not bad, not bad. Look, what we're gonna do is instead of just stating our case or stating our strength or whatever value that I have, I want, before I go to that, right? I need to. They're here, and I'm here. Okay, so I need to go here. Right? And so if they're here and I'm here, then repeating and approving maybe gets me at least here. How do I get here? Well, I got to challenge a thought or belief in a constructive way, not a deconstructive way. Like deconstructive might be, well, you know, oh yeah, I know that agent. I mean, they really haven't sold that many homes in the area. Okay. Positive, progressive. Don't kick anybody or be negative. Never works. Okay, positive, progressive. And how do I challenge that belief? Well, if I can share with you what we've done to sell 20 homes in the last 2 months, I mean, would you be willing to have a conversation with us for just 15 or 20 minutes? How would you feel if you had more information to make sure that you make the decision that's best for you? How would you feel if you had inside market information that would give you better perspective on on your situation? Okay, because what we're talking about in staying in the game or perspective changers, when we're exploring beliefs and thoughts, is like, what value do I have? What value do I have? And shoot, I lost it. There was something else I was going to say. It'll come back. Okay. What value do you have? And then what's the opportunity? Or vice versa. Because what's the opportunity? Money, time, certainty. Ooh, I like that. Certainty. Okay, timing. Timing separate. Value. What's my value? My value is inside market information. Certainty. Jen, yeah, I'm bringing certainty there, because when we're done with our conversation, you're gonna know. You will have clarity with what's going on. Inside market information, options, that's value I'm bringing to the table. I mean, in my presentation, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are my options to sell a home. And they go, oh, okay, haven't seen that before. And they're like, I go to an appointment now, and they're gonna be like, actually, somebody else has 7 options. Go! Okay. Jake, I mean, there's too much business out there. I can't worry about people doing what I'm doing. I give my stuff away.
I call it the Campanera plan.
Yeah. I mean, really, there's so much business out there. An old coach said to me once, he goes, there's enough nuts for all the squirrels. It's true, right? There's 3,000 transactions a month. Like, how many do you really need?
Well, how many need they interview? You just have to not F up this interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not going to interview someone else if you do a decent job.
How about this? Don't sound like a baba ganoush. If you don't know what baba ganoush is, look it up, okay? It's not a bad word. I say it so I don't say bad words, okay? But I still say bad words. Okay? Don't sound like a mumbling, stumbling, bumbling baba ganoush, and you got a pretty good chance of getting the deal. Okay? All right. Yeah, getting to the table is the hard part. Amen to that. Yep. Okay, so repeat, approve, and then look, what we're doing is we're exercising right now some of this stuff here to like stir the juices, get the brain moving on like what are the concepts and ideas that I'm using around what my value is and what the opportunity is to like create a conversation that they can grow into so that instead of being here and here, we're here. You with me? Okay? All right. All right. Janice, I'm looking really for an agent who's sold in the neighborhood before.
Okay, so you're looking for somebody that's sold only in this particular area?
Yeah, right.
I totally understand that. You've seen their signs. I'm sure your neighbors probably talk about them. Mm-hmm. Definitely understand. So if I could show you how I'm able to actually bring in clients from outside the neighborhood, more importantly, and sell, and I can sell in all the areas in this neighborhood. I do specialize, in that part of town. Would you feel comfortable sitting down and I could show you my different marketing techniques?
Possibly. It's just that, I really think that somebody who has sold in the neighborhood before has an advantage as far as awareness and attracting buyers already to the community.
Okay, tell me more about that.
I saw Betty Lou Bipp has sold, I think 5 or 6 properties the last year. She sends that newsletter monthly, and I think she's been in here quite a long time.
Definitely, I completely understand that. Luckily, I have been selling in the whole area, and not only is it myself, but I also am backed by top market center in Austin. So not only do I bring myself to the game, but I also bring all the other experience around me and all the backup with that. So I can show you, when we sit down, all the different techniques. So it's not just me, just like Betty Lou. I'm gonna have a whole team behind me to be able to bring sellers in here, which I've had experience with for the last multiple years. Does that sound good? Can I be able to sit down and show you those techniques? Because it's definitely outside the box. I try not to stay the same as others.
Why'd I gong her?
I kept talking.
Yes, no question.
Huh?
Yes, no question.
Didn't ask any questions. Who was it all about? Her. Yeah. You see? Yeah.
That's the problem.
Okay. Actually, that wouldn't have been bad if you would have turned it into, well, how does that benefit her? Because you were like this, Guess what? So what?
You don't care.
So what? I don't care. Yeah. And they're probably thinking that. They're going, okay. No, you turn that into, okay, so how does that benefit them? What's the value in it for them? Because you said, I have this and I have that and I have this. Okay, well, so what? What does it do for them? Yeah. Or better is ask a question that challenges their thought or belief that leads them to your value. So if you ask a question that leads to one of these things, then you're going to have a lot better opportunity to actually get an authentic yes versus a slimy no. Authentic no versus slimy yes. I don't want somebody to say yes just to say yes. Like, I'd rather you just say no and let me just be able to move on. Right? I just have an authentic no than a slimy yes because somebody may be pushing me away because I'm just like, I'm great. Versus, I never thought about that on being able to get options. Nobody's talked about options. Or I hadn't thought about specific timing and what that would look like and how to be able to get that information. You with me? Am I off the rails or are you with me? Yeah? Okay. Nicole, I want somebody who's selling in the neighborhood.
Paul, I hear you saying you want someone that's sold in the area.
Yep.
Right, and I can understand that it sounds like what you need is someone who knows how to bring buyers into the area. Is that what I hear you saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, awesome, Paul. And if I have a proven way to show you how I can bring buyers into your area, would that be worth sitting down and having a 15 to 30 minute conversation about?
Yeah, it would. I just, again, I'm really thinking that somebody who's specifically sold in the neighborhood, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I can completely understand that. And if I have a proven plan that shows you how I can bring buyers into your neighborhood, ultimately, you're just looking for buyers, correct?
Yes.
Right. So is it worth 15 to 30 minutes of your time to sit down and talk about how I bring buyers into the neighborhood, whether I've been here or not?
Okay, I'll take it. Short and sweet. The only thing I would have done there is layer a little bit more value one more time. Especially with something really specific like that, where it's like, okay, because you handled it fantastically on the front end, repeat, approve. She did something called level shifting, right? And level shifting, I don't know, were you around for level shifting, Janice? Level shifting is you take the objection and you reinterpret it. Works freaking amazing. It's like a Jedi mind trick, okay? Because every objection is a fear, doubt, insecurity in the mind of the prospect, right? And so when she level shifted, do you remember what you said? What did you say? What I'm hearing you say.
What I hear you saying is you want buyers in the area. You want to be able to bring buyers to the area.
Yeah, what I'm hearing you say is you want somebody who knows how to bring buyers into this neighborhood. That was actually good enough for me to say yes. I just wanted to role play a little bit more for you guys to hear. But to me, I was like, yeah, that's it. Exactly. Done. Tuesday at 4, Wednesday at 6. Tuesday. Easy. Because level shifting is when you interpret the objection into what it actually is, then you get immediate agreement, and then all you have to do is flop some value on that, and you're going to get an appointment. You're going to move forward. You're going to move forward, right? Because this could be when I'm negotiating a contract, when I'm talking to the other realtor, when I'm talking to my own client, a problem in the process. That was good. I liked it. Okay, level shift's next level though. Ooh. Okay, who's up? Jen? I want an agent who's selling in the neighborhood.
You want an agent that's sold in your area?
Yeah.
And I can appreciate that. For an investment this size, I'm sure I feel exactly the same way. Paul, other than hiring super local, is there anything else that's stopping you from putting your home on the market today?
No, I need to make sure I have the right person who can, bring buyers to this neighborhood.
Absolutely. Sounds like you want the most money for what you're offering in your home business. It is a really hot area. Paul, do you have a personal relationship with the local realtor in your area?
No, it's somebody who has been farming my neighborhood for years, I believe.
Absolutely. I'm sure you've seen their sign in the yards. Paul, how many agents do you plan on interviewing for the job of selling your home?
Well, I was actually just going to call her because I've been seeing her marketing for so long. I figured I'd just give her a call.
Okay. And Paul, what's most important to you when you do decide to hire the professional that's bringing a lot of buyers to the area?
Just that somebody understands the neighborhood and is able to attract buyers specifically to the neighborhood.
Absolutely. So definitely somebody that brings buyers and somebody that can, offer a high level of customer service. Paul, what would it look like to get clarity around what's happening in your neighborhood and really develop a strategy and see how my team actually brings buyers to your neighborhood? Would that be worth 30 minutes of your time?
I guess it couldn't hurt.
Okay, couldn't hurt, absolutely. So I'm available most weekends and Saturdays at 11. What time works best for you?
All right, not bad. A little more value. Pretty good. Repeated, approved. You level shifted a little. No, maybe not. Yeah, I think a little bit. And then again, these. Look, I want last one. You're the last one. Use some of these because what I want you guys to do is practice challenging beliefs and creating conversation that's exploring possibilities, opportunities, risks or consequences. Okay. What I really want is somebody who understands how to bring buyers into the neighborhood. Justin.
So I understand that you want to work with somebody who can bring more buyers into your neighborhood.
Yeah, somebody who's sold here before, honestly.
Yeah, I completely understand. And I would want to work with someone also that could bring people into the neighborhood. How would you feel if we could sit down together and I could show you how the strategies that you and I could put together could help bring the same amount of people into the neighborhood? So we look at your house.
Same amount of people, what do you mean?
Well, it sounds like, you're wanting to work with someone who can bring people in, and the strategies that I've done in the past with my clients, I think could really benefit you to where we can help get a lot of traction to come see your house. help me understand a little bit more about what you're trying, how you want more people to come. You want to work with someone to specifically work in your neighborhood?
Well, I mean, somebody who understands the neighborhood, who's familiar with it, and maybe has had some experience, history with bringing buyers into this neighborhood.
I'm sorry.
You're so close. You're doing good until you started flatlining on value. Because what's the objection? I want somebody who understands. I want somebody who is who's sold in the area. What's the fear, the doubt, or the insecurity? Tell me of that objection. What's the fear, doubt, insecurity? That you can't do the job. That you don't know my neighborhood. That you don't understand the value. It's not really have you sold here before. Because if you presented a better plan than the other person and they looked at it and they were like, sold here, presentation sucked, not sold here, presentation awesome. I mean, not 100%, but you got a pretty good chance. Okay, so I have to address that. The objection was like, well, look, have you sold here before? You need to address that. So when you say, hey, I'll show you a plan on how to bring more buyers, too general, too vague. You know the specificity of the objection. Address it, attack it, provide value around it. See, this is what I'm talking about. You guys you're having conversations, and they're okay conversations, and you have good intentions, but you're not going to the heart of like what the issue is. And then addressing that uncertainty. What's the uncertainty? You don't know how to bring buyers in. You don't appreciate my neighborhood. And so understanding what objections are first, as far as like, what is an objection? An objection is a doubt, insecurity, fear, or question in the mind of the prospect. A doubt, an insecurity, a fear, a question in the mind of the prospect. If you don't address that and you don't provide value or opportunity around that, the likelihood of you being able to move forward with them is a lot less likely. What are we talking about here? $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. And people are like, real estate is just, no, you don't know. You don't understand. That's why 90% of people don't make money in real estate, because they don't understand it's not even about selling real estate. It's like understanding people's fears, doubts, insecurities, and being able to have a constructive conversation with them to be able to help move them forward. And then you got a whole other mess of problems. Okay, takeaways today. Takeaways. Rookie, Valentine. Takeaway. What's your takeaway? Aha.
Learning the power about objections, repeat, echo, approve, validate, or understanding level shifting.
Yeah, the move is a question. It's always a question, Eric. It's always a question. It needs to be a question. Otherwise, you're just making statements and you're just going to sit there in limbo. You got to move them. You got to drive them. That's what the move's for. Okay. Takeaway, Nicole Smith from Nicole Young. I don't know why I call you that. Who brought kolaches?
I brought kolaches.
Right. From?
Temple.
From Temple.
Good.
With?
The first American title.
The first American title.
Get it all out.
Yeah, see?
I mean, my biggest takeaway is the move is keeping the question open-ended so that you can keep the conversation going, so that you create that relationship from rapport over the phone before you get to them in the meeting.
Yeah. Catherine, you're
Level shift.
level shift.
I like
Big.
I like that.
Huge. It's actually, I coined this is sensory level shift. That doesn't exist. I made that up. Like the sensory level shift is what I hear you saying, what I'm seeing. It looks like I'm getting the feeling that, and then you reinterpret the objection into whatever that doubt, security, or fear is, and then Catherine, they just line right up. I mean, you get right there, and all you got to do is get here with this. Value and opportunity, because once you're there, you just got to bridge it. How do you bridge it? Provide some real value, clear value, what's in it for them, clearly, and then sometimes I got to lay it over again one more time because of the strength of the objection or the specificity of the objection, and I can get there. Kim, aha.
Stop trying to solve their problems and address their objections to get to the appointment.
Okay, good. So I got experienced agents now. Rookie, Grace, what's your takeaway? Gail. I can't say anybody's name. Just
Part is really helpful. I'm familiar with the repeat and the first, but I don't move forward with all of this.
yeah, helps you move. I like it. Angie.
I like the structure in general. Like I get flustered pretty fast, right? And my mind goes a million miles an hour. So I like to like zoom back to something simple where I can go from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good. I like it. Okay. Anything else?
Stay calm throughout.
Yeah, and you know what is that when I focus on get to know the people, not some strategy, I need this to remind myself on the efficiency level of extraction on the information and of who they are, and to more efficiently make them feel more comfortable, because I'm salesperson, I'm stranger. Don't forget that. You forget that. You forget that. Or you just start acting like that because you definitely forgot that. Like you're just trying to close them, right? You're trying to overcome the objection instead of just having a conversation and breathing and getting to know the people. But this is about them. And actually, I don't really want to get anybody to do anything. I just want to understand you. Like, where are you at? Like, what's going on? And there's going to be some resistance. And there's going to be some ignorance. And there's going to be some ego. And like, how well are you at dealing with that? Okay, everybody stand up.